course. And as of late, definitely more time with the mother. I haven't had much time with my children almost at all. I've reflected a new schedule, so I do have more time to be with my daughters, and I don't feel it to be fair that I'm away.
Enjoy the video. Hit the like button.
Mr. Flowers
I do.
and Ms. Cabral.
I do.
You may both lower your hands. And Mr. Talley, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. We are hearing a petition to establish the parent-child relationship. First, like to offer into evidence what's been marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit A. It's a copy of the DNA test report showing that Mr. Flowers cannot be excluded as the father of either of the two children subject of the suit.
State's Exhibit A is admitted.
Thank you, Judge. If I may state the terms of a proposed order and then take testimony from the parties.
You may.
Thank you, Judge. The order establishes Mr. Flowers as the biological and legal father of the two children subject of this suit. Their surname is already Flowers. The parties will be joint managing conservators per the proposed order, with Ms. Cabral being the conservator with the exclusive right to designate their primary residence within Dallas or any contiguous county. And Mr. Flowers would have a standard possession and access schedule. Mr. Flowers would be ordered to apply for and maintain private health and private dental insurance for the children available to him through his employer. And he would be ordered to pay guideline child support of $1,400 per month beginning November 1st. There's also a proposed retroactive child support judgment against Mr. Flowers in the amount of $10,000 as of today's date. Judgment would be payable at $100 per month beginning November 1st. Court cost would be as billed to Mr. Flowers. And there's no request for a finding of family violence or non-disclosure. That is the extent of the order, if I may call the parties.
Can you tell me the child support amount, $1,400?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, and the judgment to be paid at $100 a month?
Correct, Judge.
Okay, just making sure I had it all right. You may call your first witness.
Thank you, Judge. I'll call the mother. Ma'am, would you please state your full name?
Panda Cabral.
Did you hear the terms of the proposed order that I stated to the court?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand those terms?
Yes, sir.
And are you in agreement with those terms and believe they would be in the best interest of your children?
Yes, sir.
Has there been any family violence between you and Mr. Flowers in the last 2 years?
No, sir.
Do you have any other child support cases where family violence is a concern?
No, sir.
I'll pass the witness, Judge.
You may call your next witness.
Thank you. And I'll call Mr. Flowers. Sir, would you please state your full name?
Flowers?
Did you hear the terms of the proposed order that were stated to the court?
Yes, I did.
Do you understand those terms?
Yes, I do.
Are there any of those terms that you are not in agreement with?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And are those terms the conservatorship and the retroactive child support?
Not much the retroactive, just the child support to be paid, and yes, conservatorship.
Okay. Regarding conservatorship, what are you requesting at the court order and the alternative?
I'm requesting co-parenting or joint custody. I don't know the legal term for it, but I'm requesting more time with my children than what's presented.
Okay. When did you and Ms. Cabral separate?
From what I've heard, it's July. I don't have an exact date.
Of 2024?
That sounds correct.
Okay. And who have the children been residing with since that time?
With their mother.
Okay. Why are you asking that the court order something other than the standard visitation schedule?
They've also been with me. It's been more off and on, more time with the mother, of course. And as of late, definitely more time with the mother. I haven't had much time with my children almost at all. I've reflected a new schedule, so I do have more time to be with my daughters, and I don't feel it to be fair that I'm away from my daughters as long as what's presented.
Regarding the child support, you understand that the state is proposing that guideline amount based on the most recent 12 months of wages provided by your employer, correct?
Yes, I do understand.
Okay, and so you're asking the court to deviate from that guideline calculation. Is that correct?
I am, yes.
Okay, and why is that?
I work solely off of commission. I understand where my last 12 months has been, but it doesn't necessarily reflect how I'm often paid. So if I'm to be paid or be paid $1,400 a month, and I only come up with $2,300 before taxes, and after taxes, I'm spending the majority of that on child support. I won't have money to pay my own bills. it wouldn't make sense. I wouldn't be able to pay at that point.
Any other reason?
That's the main one.
All right. So aside from the conservatorship, the visitation, the child support, were you in agreement with the remainder of the terms that I stated to the court?
Yes, retroactive sounds fine.
All right. I will pass the witness, Judge. I just asked for a ruling on the issues raised by Mr. Flowers.
Mr. Talley, did anyone discuss extended standard with Mr. Flowers and Ms. Cabral?
We did not, Judge. I mean, I've always been a little unclear about what would change in the order that's different from what's in there, because I know that it does grant him, the extra day if it's his weekend and they're out of school already. So I'm not sure what else the expanded standard would include.
Well, he would take them back to school on Monday, and he would have them overnight on his Thursday and take them to school on Friday, which would give him extra time with them. So the only reason I'm asking.
Okay. No, I did not discuss that with the parties, Judge.
Okay, so Mr. Flowers, would you be okay with an extended standard visitation schedule?
No, ma'am, Judge. And there's a reason as to why I care very deeply for my daughters. I'm sure you understand. I do want to spend as much time with them as possible. Over the last couple of months, it has made impossible that I've been able to be a father, and I really want to adjourn with
You
that
say it's
time.
been made impossible. What do you mean?
I have been kept away from my daughters
Okay.
in waitings of court.
Well, now that you will have a standard visitation schedule, you won't be kept away from them anymore, because then Ms. Cabral will be in violation of a court order.
I understand, Judge.
You can file contempt on her, just like she can file contempt on you for
on
not
me.
paying your child support.
I understand, Judge.
Okay.
So you had a father, and your father had a father before him, and I'm sure all of your people always wanted to be with their kids, and I want the same for my daughters. I don't want them growing
I
up.
don't know if they did or not. They was with us, but I don't know if they wanted to be. I
I want to be.
understand what you're saying, but you haven't given me a reason to do anything other than what this order says.
I'm not entirely certain what reason I need to give, other than I want to be with my daughters. I
Okay.
don't know what else I
And
need to
so
give.
you're gonna have standard visitation. If you and Miss Cabral, well, I'll just order extended standard, Mr. Talley. And wait, before
They're
I do
not in
that,
school. I'm
I
sorry.
should say, how old are the girls?
They're 1 and 2 years old.
Okay. He can still have extended standard. He could just bring them back to you on Monday. If you don't have any problems with it, is there some reason he shouldn't have extended standard?
They're not in school.
School is just what the order says. Instead of taking them back to school, he can bring them back to you.
Okay.
Where do they go every day? What do you work, ma'am?
Not right now. No.
Okay, so they just come back home to you?
Yes.
Okay, then he can just bring them back home to you.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Judge,
Unless there's a reason not to do it. Yes, sir, Mr. Talley.
perhaps there's some other version of the expanded standard schedule somewhere, but when generating it in our system, the only election that it gives me aside from 6 p.m. on a Friday is the time school would be dismissed on a Friday. It doesn't give me an option to. Those are the two options. There's no
And I
other.
understand that. So that means he could pick them up earlier on Friday if his schedule allows, and he could take them back to her on Monday. I understand that they're not in school, but we have an idea of when school is out and when school in their whatever district they live in.
I guess just for the purposes of the order being clear before the
Okay.
children are in school, do we not need to include a specific time at which he can pick them up on Friday?
You can include a specific time of 4 p.m. That gives him 2 extra hours on Friday, and he can take them back Monday morning by 7.
It doesn't allow me to put a Monday in here. I'll just change it manually.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Talley. Okay, Mr. Flowers, so now that I've done that, I will accept the agreed portions of the order, make the agreed portions the order of the court. I will order extended standard visitation, and I will order child support at $1,400 per month. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, I believe we had touched on the whole basis that I work on commission. So if I get paid a lot less than what's
Sir,
projected,
if you get paid a lot less over a extended period of time, then you can ask the court to modify your child support. All I can base it on is what you have done in the past. I don't know what the future holds.
right?
So for everyone, I base it on what your salary or what your income or compensation has been in the last 6 months, 12 months, however many months are used, but that's all I have to go on. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
So, Judge,
Now,
I
yes,
do
sir.
have I do have one question.
Yes, sir.
I guess my concern is if we do it at 4 p.m. on Friday, then when the children are in school, the order is not going to say at the time they are released from school on Friday.
Then say 4 p.m. until the children start school, and then it will start. It'll revert back to when they're released from school.
Okay.
Okay.
Are these provisions only applicable so long as they continue to live within 50 miles, or do the
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So 4 on
Now,
Friday to 7 on Monday.
yes.
And if I just don't want to, I want to make sure I know what to put in the order on all these
Okay.
elections before. Um,
Your Honor, can I ask a question?
As soon as I get through answering
yeah.
Mr. Talley's questions, Mr. Flowers, are you finished asking questions, Mr.
Sorry,
Talley?
Judge. I'm just there's a bunch of elections, and I'm just trying to make sure I go through each of them and make sure they make
Okay.
sense based on your ruling.
Go ahead, Mr. Flowers. You can go ahead and ask your question.
Yes. Am I able to file for a new motion?
What do you mean a new motion? I'm getting ready to give you some information in just a second, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right, I don't have any other questions, Judge.
Okay, so I'm not the last word on this. If you don't like my ruling, if you don't agree, if you think it's not fair, you have 3 days to appeal, 30 days to file a motion for new trial. This is out of the 256th District Court. That's Judge Sandra Street. She might have a different opinion from mine. Okay, now that I've
Understood.
given you that information, do you have any questions?
No.
All right. Thank you both for appearing here today, and you're both free to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.